January 23rd, and we're on pages 46 and 47. It's day 2 of our environment article. Yesterday and today, we are talking about noise pollution, and our article today is called How Loud is Too Loud?
我们今天要讨论在环境议题这个主题上面，我们要讨论就是噪音污染的问题，到底多大声叫做太大声了。
That's right. So yesterday we learned about decibels.
Yeah.
We also saw lots of very good uncountable nouns, and we also saw some tricky scientific words at the very end. Yesterday was a great lead into today, but today we got some more interesting stories. So don't go anywhere. Let's hear the story, and then we got paragraph 1.
How loud is too loud? During the COVID-19 pandemic, many people became used to working from home. As workers are now returning to their offices, some new research about the perfect level of sound for a working environment has been released. Years ago, open-plan offices became popular when researchers found that they were better for productivity and the mental health of employees. However, some people complain that there is too much activity in an open office. This makes it harder for workers to focus. On the other hand, quiet environments can also be distracting because every little sound seems to be very loud. Many people enjoy working in cafes because the background noise helps them focus and complete their tasks. What is the perfect balance? A recent study from the University of Arizona has shed some light on this topic. The researchers studied a few hundred office workers for a few days to track their heart rates and moods in quiet and loud environments. Their findings suggest that workers prefer a fairly quiet environment with sound levels of about 50 decibels. Employers should always consider the well-being of their employees when they are designing an office. With more research into what helps people feel comfortable, we can learn to create workspaces where everyone is happy.
Okay, everybody, welcome back again. We're on pages 46 and 47. Yesterday, we talked a lot about loud places, but right now, I want to talk about quiet places. There are some special rooms. When you walk in them and you close the door, you can hear your own blood. You can hear your lungs breathing. And some people, they have a very hard time with this. After 1 hour, they start to feel crazy and want to get out.
对，也是啦，这种有点好像类似像密闭的这种恐惧症，就是你如果进入到空间里面，然后把门关上的时候，你可以听到你的血的流动的声音，还有你的肺部呼吸的声音，你都可以听到。但是有些人在里面待1个小时之后就会发疯了。
When we walk in this studio, I mean, we can't hear our blood. But when you close the doors, you feel the pressure in your ears a little bit. It is pretty quiet inside here. Yeah, what does your blood sound like?
I don't know.
What sound does your blood make, right? Okay, here we go. Paragraph 1. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many people became used to working from home.
OK， 好，就是在这个新冠肺炎的这个疫情的期间呢，我们知道这个 pandemic 这个字就是指全球的这样的一个疫情，很多人大家就已经怎么样，在那个时候，所以记得用过去式了啊，已经 became used to， 记得这个 to 是一个介系词的 to， 就是表示已经习惯了这样的一个状况。什么状况呢？就是 working 加 ing from home， 就是在家工作。
All right, so number 1, I feel like COVID was such a big problem for me that I get tired even talking about COVID. This used to is really how Youngdo went far. So we're going to talk. Bernice just said it. I'm going to say it too because it's super important. Get that highlighter out. So highlight used to. When we are used to something, you didn't want to do it originally, but now you're okay with it. Now it's like, okay. Don't forget after to, used to, you need to use a V-I-N-G or a noun. You need a gerund or a noun. Taipei is too noisy for me. I don't like that Taipei is very noisy. But you know what? I love living here. How is that possible? Because I have my nice expensive headphones. I can walk everywhere. And that noise now is not so annoying to me. So I am used to the noisy streets of Taipei.
所以刚刚老师有讲的 be used to， 我们后面除了可以接 ing， 也可以接名词。所以为什么 Chris 老师觉得，虽然台北人他觉得很吵，对不对？但是他现在因为已经习惯了，因为他有他的很贵的这个耳机。
I don't love it, but it's good. It's okay. I like many things about Taipei. So it's noisy. Okay, I'm used to it. I don't love it, but all right. As workers are now returning to their offices, some new research about the perfect level of sound for a working environment has been released.
也是一个很长的这个句子，这边的 as 是当连接词。我们知道这个 as 的意思呢，对，就像老师刚才讲，它其实有很多意思当连接词，它有什么由于啦、因为啦、随着。好，所以这边就是随着这件事情，就是当两个事情呢，随着这个时间在做变化的时候，他说随着这些 workers 这些员工们呢，现在我们大家因为对于 COVID-19 这样的一个事情比较不受到它的影响了，所以大家现在都回到了办公室里面。那所以呢，就有一些新的研究就出现了。这些研究是有关于呢一个绝佳的声音的这样的一个大小的一个程度。然后呢，这个声音呢是在这一个所谓的我们的工作环境里面，现在已经被我们发布出来了，所以用 has been
underline research. 不可数写下来. Also, we could say studies. Some new studies about the perfect 那个 studies 要复数. Okay, so research is uncountable, and then we have studies. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we got paragraph 2. All right, friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. In paragraph 1, we talked about learning about the perfect level of sound at work, and probably quiet is good. And we also talked about very quiet rooms. You can hear your blood and hear your lungs. But what was the loudest sound in human history?
哇哦，在人类史上最大的声音，我也不知道，可能是 Chris 在 snoring.
Maybe. My wife says I'm a loud snorer. She did say that. On August 27th, 1883, the volcano Krakatoa in Indonesia exploded.
所以在印尼有一个火山爆炸的这个声音。
That's right. We believe it was 310 decibels.
天老爷，这个也太大声了，所以它这个火山爆炸的这个声音有这么样的大声 ，OK， 310分贝。
That's right. And if you remember, we talked about the sun. The sun, if we could hear it, would be 125 decibels. This is more than double. More than double the sound of a chainsaw next to your ear. It was so loud that 64 kilometers away, there was a boat. And they heard the sound. Half of the people went deaf. 64 kilometers away.
OK， 所以就是距离这个火山爆发有64公里这么远，然后有一个船上有一半的人都听不见了。
That's right. They think there was a louder sound before that, but they didn't have the technology to measure it. But it was something similar. It was very loud. Okay, paragraph 2. Years ago, open plan offices became popular when researchers found that they were better for productivity and the mental health of employees.
好的，所以在很多年以前呢，所以记得这时候开始要用过去式了。有这种 open plan offices， 就是讲这种开放式的这个办公室
，no walls。
对，所以这些办公室里面呢，就变得非常的大家受欢迎啦，哈。那尤其是在这样的办公室里面呢，就是有一些研究人员，好，当一些研究人员呢，他们就发现一件事情，就是尤其是针对这些 employees， 这些 employees 就是这些 workers 嘛，这些工作的人，对于他们的心理健康，还有他们的生产都变得比较好。
Okay, I didn't know what an open plan office was when I was a kid, so let me tell you. you walk into a room, there are not a lot of little rooms with doors. Everybody, you could kind of see the top of everyone's head. They're like in little low walls. That's what an open plan office is. That means like if you wanted to close your door and turn off the light and work, people won't knock and they won't talk to you. And because they don't knock and don't talk to you, you don't share good ideas. So open plan offices we think is good because people talk more and share more ideas.
对，因为你少掉了这些墙壁的阻挡，所以你就会更愿意分享你的一些事情。
However, some people complain that there is too much activity in an open office.
好，所以呢，因为你就是没有门嘛，那也没有这些隔墙嘛，那这时候呢 ，however 就出现这个转折字了。他说，然而呢，就有一些在里面工作的人就开始抱怨了，抱怨说什么呢？哎，好像在这样子的开放式的办公室里面动静太多，比如说可能 Chris 那弄一下，你都通通听得到，也看得到。
Yeah, in my office, we have a little rule. We're all good friends. We do like to talk and share ideas, ask questions. But if we put our headphones in, that means we don't want to talk to someone. And it's nothing rude. It's just I'm busy and I don't have time to talk. I have to finish this. So we have too much activity because activity here is 不可数. Activity 当然也是可数. We can talk about activities, but this feels like something fun. This just means the office is too busy. Right, let's go to our next sentence. This makes it harder for workers to focus because there are lots of people talking, people walking by and bothering you.
对，所以刚刚老师讲这个 activity， 就是因为你在这个开放式的办公室里面，你也不知道旁边这些人做了好多的事情，所以这边变成一个不可数的名词。那这样子的一个状况，所以这个 this 就指上面在这个 open office 里面，这些人有这么样多的动静，这件事情就会 makes it harder， 这个 it 是一个虚受词，它真正的这一个受词是在后面的 to focus 这件事情，就是让你要专心这件事情变得更加的困难，尤其是对于这些工作者来说。
Now, what do you focus on? Well, I just kind of hinted at it. You focus on work. Don't forget, focus likes to use on. You can write that down. Focus on work. Our next sentence, on the other hand, quiet environments can also be distracting because every little sound seems to be very loud.
没错，所以如果呢，刚才我们是讲说，有太多的动静，你会觉得啊，好吵好吵，旁边那个人在干什么这样子。可是 on the other hand， 这是另外一个转折字，好，转折的片语，就是说，另一方面来说咯，刚才我们讲的是有动静的地方，现在是安静的环境。你如果在安静的环境里面工作，有的时候也让人家觉得 distracting， 你会分散你的注意力，你会分心。为什么呢？是因为每一个小小的声音，一下这样，然后一下，好，这些声音，对，你就觉得很大声呢。
My neighborhood is like this. So I live in a pretty quiet neighborhood, and at night it's very quiet, and there are lots of trees. It's very nice. But the problem is, it's very nice. So at night, people like to sit outside and smoke and use their cell phones. Maybe they meet with their friends, and they're not loud. They're just having a regular conversation, but it's very quiet. You can't hear cars. It's very quiet. So when they're chatting, you can hear them in my house a few floors up. I just like, come on, man. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. You have to close your windows and turn on the air conditioning because they're outside blah, blah, blah all night long. Okay, and so a very quiet place can be really distracting.
真的，所以安静的环境，只要一些的声音，就可能会让人家觉得很烦躁。
Yeah, you can't sleep because you just hear them talking. Okay, many people enjoy working in cafes because the background noise helps them focus and complete their tasks.
所以为了不要分散注意力怎么办呢？那就是变成有很多人呢，他们就干脆呢比较喜欢在一些咖啡厅里面来工作，因为他们觉得，因为咖啡厅有时候也是会放一些 soft music， 或者是可能有一些声音啦，或者有人在聊天啦，怎么样的？因为他们觉得这样子的一种背景的这个声音呢，这样的一个噪音呢，反而可以帮助他们呢，他们觉得会比较注意力集中，而且可以完成他们的工作。
What is the perfect balance? So we're asking you, like, what do you think is best? A noisy cafe or somewhere very quiet like a library? What do you like? Tell us, because we'd like to know.
所以到底什么样是最完美的一个平衡呢？各位大家可以写下你的 comments 来告诉我们哦。
That's right. Okay. All right, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we have our next paragraph.
好的。
Hey friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We're on pages 46 and 47. We're talking about noise pollution and decibels. You know that everybody has unique fingerprints. Like the police can know who you are by your fingerprints. But the police also know you have a unique ear print. So they could test your ear and it's unique. My ear print, Bernice's, and your ear prints are all different.
OK， 好，所以我们知道指纹是 unique， 那我们的耳朵纹好也是非常的独特的。
Isn't that weird? Don't you just want to? Also, here's another fun fact. I'm not joking. 你大拇指跟你的耳朵一样大。So you could check your thumb. It's the same size as your ear. Yes, everybody in the studio just started checking. It's true. It really is. Okay, let's continue to our paragraph. A recent study from the University of Arizona has shed some light on the topic. When we shed some light, that means we learn and teach others a little bit about some topic.
我们可以用这个 shed 这个字，也可以用 cast。OK， 这个片语的意思就是说，你针对一个东西呢，你提供了一些解释，你做出了一些说明的意思。所以他就说呢，最近呢，在这个亚利桑那这个大学呢，他们近期做了一个这样的研究。这个研究呢，就是对于这个主题，这个 topic 就是我们刚才上面讲的，到底你觉得比较安静的环境，还是比较这个有噪音的环境，哪一个是比较可以让你有这个专心的程度的话，他们用这样的一个主题去做了一个研究，然后就提出了一些解释。
The researchers studied a few hundred office workers for a few days to track their heart rates and moods in quiet and loud environments.
好，所以他们怎么样做这样的一个研究呢？所以这些研究者呢，研究人员他们是 study 的，他们去研究了大概有好几百个，尤其是在办公室里面的这些员工，好，去对他们做这样的一个研究，而且这个研究呢也持续了好几天。主要就是第一个他要去 track， 要去追踪记录他们的心的这个心率的这个声音，好，然后再来呢就是第二个他们的心情上面的这个转变，然后是在比较安静跟比较吵的环境里面，所以用两种不同的这个环境来测试他们。
You probably know the noun track because you have to run around the track. 你要那个跑道。And so you run on a track and you can track. It's actually the same word because tracks are all the same size, or they should be. All right, let's continue. Our next sentence. Their findings, so the things they learned, their findings suggest that workers prefer a fairly quiet environment with sound levels about 50 decibels.
好，所以接下来呢，就是这些研究人员针对了这几百名的办公室的员工去做的这样的一个记录追踪之后呢，他们的研究结果就这样子 suggest， 就这样子显示出来了。显示出来是什么呢？这一群员工呢 prefer 就是比较喜欢。Fairly， 当然我们在中文上面就是翻成相当的或者一定程度的，其实这个字就是有一点 less than very， 没有那么多，但是其实还是有一定程度的，就大家还是喜欢比较稍微安静一点，而且那个噪音值大概就是50分贝左右。
Okay, so a barking dog we learned yesterday was about 70 decibels.
Yeah.
And a vacuum cleaner is about the same volume. So like if you were vacuuming for a long time while I was working, I would be really annoyed. I guess, according to the internet, 50 decibels is a refrigerator. But doesn't that sound too loud for a refrigerator?
好，冰箱大概是这个声音，我都不太记得冰箱是什么声音。
It's quiet. It's just like, it's quiet. I feel it's more like a whisper, 20 decibels. I don't know, maybe this guy has like a loud, like clang, 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 like refrigerator.
Maybe that's an older
He's
refrigerator.
got an old one.
Yeah, right.
All right, let's take a break. And when we come back, we got more stories.
Okay.
Hey everyone, it's Enjoy English School. We are on pages 46 and 47. Let's finish our final paragraph.
Okay.
So, Bernice, if someone blows in your face, your eyes close very quickly all by themselves. This is a reflex. If you hear a very loud, sudden sound, your ears actually do the same thing. Muscles will close so it doesn't hurt your ears.
哦，好，所以我们的耳朵也会自动关起来耶，跟眼睛一样呢。
That's right. Inside, not the hole, but inside, like I blow in your face, your eyes close. Your ear muscles will actually close up too. So you do it all by yourself.
Okay.
There we go. Isn't that weird? All right. Employers should always consider the well-being of their employees when they are designing an office.
所以既然呢，这个员工还是比较喜欢在安静的环境底下工作，就是大概50分贝这样的一个噪音值的话呢，那么你如果是老板，你如果是雇主，就是 employers， 这些人呢就应该要常常的去要 consider， 要去考虑到。今天我的员工在这边工作，所以我要考虑到他们的 well-being， 就是对于他们是好的啦的这些福祉，我要去考虑到员工的福祉，尤其是当这些老板们呢要设计一个办公室。
All right, so I forgot to translate reflex here. Remember, I blow in your face, your eyes close. This is a reflex, 反射. So your ears also have a reflex.
对，就是反射动作。
Okay, circle the word employers. We need to draw an arrow up to paragraph 2 at the end of sentence 1. Employees. And Bernice told us, 那个 employees 后面我们要加强 employers. We also have it, but it's a little softer. Employees, the workers, the employers. That's the boss. All right, let's go to our next paragraph. With more research into what helps people feel comfortable, we can learn to create workspaces where everyone is happy.
所以呢，因为我们有了 with 一样，就是表示有这样的一个东西，因为我们有了这么多的这些研究呢，他们都 into， 就是在这个里面做的这样的一些研究，就是在探讨说，到底什么样的方法可以 helps people feel comfortable， 让大家觉得比较舒适的这些研究，因为有了这么多的研究，所以呢，我们就可以去学习如何 create， 我们自己就要来创造这样子的一些工作的空间。那这些空间呢，就是这些在里面工作的人呢，都会觉得 happy， 大家都觉得非常的快乐 and satisfied， 你会觉得非常的满意。
Yeah, I think so. If you're happy or at least comfortable at your workspace, you want to work harder. So employers should always consider the well-being. They should think about the physical and mental health of your workspace. Make sure it's not too hot or too cold. And we want to have our workspaces, that just means the places we work, to be comfortable. So Bernice, I guess the question is, do you want a colder or hotter or warmer workspace?
Of course, colder.
Of course, colder. I think so.
Yeah.
If you go to America, we know that our workspaces are colder than most other countries. Americans want it quite cold. My wife always felt cold at work in America. She was always cold. And in Taiwan, like it's kind of a little bit in the middle. It's a little too warm for me. All right, you tell us what you think is an ideal workspace or what volume is just right. Where's your favorite place to work? What's the right volume of noise pollution? But until then, I am Chris Gorski.
I'm Bernice.
We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.